Y'all, word on the streets is that there is some serious beef going on between Chloe Bailey and her mentor Beyonce, because allegedly, Chloe believes that Beyonce is holding back her career for selfish reasons. Following the crazy success of Beyonce's latest album, Cowboy Carter, reports now claim that Chloe allegedly feels like Beyonce is acting out of selfish interest. Interestingly, this isn't the first time that Beyonce has been accused of deliberately sabotaging Chloe. When she dropped her debut solo album last year, it only sold 10,000 copies in the first week and debuted at number 119 on the Billboard Hot 200. Chloe is actually signed to Parkwood Entertainment, Beyonce's label, so you'd think she'd be killing it. I mean, with Beyonce backing you up and all that social media hype, you'd expect her album sales to skyrocket. But here's the kicker. Some folks are saying those were the very reasons her album tanked. Can you believe it? Apparently, her massive online presence ended up backfiring. And there was even talk that Beyonce herself might have thrown a wrench in the works, intentionally or not. So let's talk about the Beyonce factor here, because folks are feeling like B might have set Chloe up for a fall. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all about Queen B. She's a legend in her own right. But let's be real for a second. Her ventures outside of music haven't always hit the mark. Remember House of Beyone or Ivy Park, and now Parkwood Entertainment? Chloe and Holly are under Parkwood, and some folks think that them signing to Beyonce might not have been the smartest career move. I mean, B's a force of nature, but she's got a million things on her plate. It's tough to imagine her having the time to give her artists the full attention they need with her jam-packed schedule. And let's face it, B's track record with managing artists isn't exactly impressive. Apart from Chloe and Holly, who've managed to shine, most of the acts under Parkwood haven't exactly soared. Now, with Chloe's album failure and her poor performance of her recent single, Boy Bye, people are wondering if she's headed down the same path as the others, like Ingrid Burley and Sophie Beam. For those not up to speed on what happened with Sophie and Ingrid, let me fill you in. Sophie got signed only to be told she wasn't quite ready to hit the studio yet. They locked her into a 2-year development deal, but once that time was up, they dropped her like a hot potato. As for Ingrid, well, her album never even saw the light of day under Parkwood Entertainment. Here's the kicker. When you look at Parkwood, there are only 2 acts that really made it big, Beyonce and the Carters. And let's be real, the Carters are basically Beyonce and her husband, Jay-Z. So in essence, the only true successful artist under Beyonce's wing is, well, Beyonce herself. According to several fans online, they believe that Beyonce has been known to deliberately sabotage Chloe, and people think that Chloe is too obsessed with B to see it. Last year, Chloe set up a poll on Twitter for her fans to help her decide which songs to release, whether surprise or for the night. Fans' vote showed that people wanted her to release For the Night, but then Chloe revealed that Beyonce insisted that she release Surprise instead.
I know what y'all picked about the polls, but when the queen speaks, and that's all I'm gonna say, and that's all that matters to me.
Child, what happened to giving the people what they want? It's crazy that Beyonce made Chloe do what her fans didn't want from her, and people are convinced that this is pure sabotage, because why on earth would she ask her not to do the one thing her fans requested? It's just weird, and at this rate, Blue Ivy is going to be a poppin' artist before Chloe even gets a chance. Like I said, Chloe recently dropped the single Boy Bye, and it's actually a good song, but for some reason, the song isn't getting the attention and promotion that it deserves. It's barely getting any airplay, and it's clear that she is not getting the promotion that she needs from her label. She has been promoting the song like crazy on social media, but again, she needs the push from the label, and she isn't getting it. Instead, the label is choosing to focus on Beyonce and her massive rollout for her Cowboy Carter album. After all that, there was no time or resources to spend on Chloe, and now she is bashing Beyonce, convinced that Beyonce is sabotaging her. Fans are on Chloe's side, and they commented, "I really view Beyonce differently after the flop of Chloe's debut album. She didn't even post anything about her album or help promote it publicly. I would rather someone outright tell me that they hate me than sabotage me under the guise of mentorship, how Beyonce's doing Chloe." And not to be funny, but I really want to know, what was the point of Beyonce signing Chloe? Like, was it for a look? So that someone could be under her? I don't get it, cause how do you let your artist drop an album and you don't support it not once, and now she sold 10K? The sad part about this is that Chloe is stuck in a 6-album contract, so she's going nowhere anytime soon, and she is stuck in this mess. And speaking of mess, y'all are gonna go crazy over the drama in this next video.